In this video, we'll see how to create a database diagram and utilize its features. A diagram is a visual representation of the relationships and structure of a data model. You can use diagrams in database design to communicate and document the organization of data in your system. To get started, click New Diagram on the Model workspace. Give your diagram a name and click OK to save it. A new tab opens for you to add the diagram. You can customize the diagram by changing its properties in the right pane. For example, let's change the diagram notation and select the paper size. Now, let's add and update objects for the diagram. If you want to use objects from an existing model, select the model from the drop-down menu on the toolbar. Click the Existing Model Objects button. Then double-click the object you want to add to the diagram, or use the drag and drop method. In this example, we add an existing table. For new objects, you can use the buttons on the toolbar. The buttons you see depend on the model type and server type. Since we're working with a physical MySQL model, we have buttons for tables, views, procedures, and functions. Let's add a new table. Click the New Table button, and then click anywhere on the canvas to place it. Double-click the new table to define its structure. Here, you can add all your fields and properties, and even configure indexes and checks. Once you're done, save the table and return to the diagram. A great pro tip for tables is that you can quickly add a field just by clicking on the table directly, and then click once on the field. You can also use the down arrow key to add a new field rapidly. To update an object, you can also right-click it and select an option from the pop-up menu. For instance, let's select an existing object and use Add Related Objects, which adds all linked objects from the model. Then, right-click the original table to bring it to the front. Now, let's add a foreign key object, which is commonly used. Click the New Foreign Key button on the toolbar, then click on the selected field in the originating table and drag to link it to the reference table field. You can double-click on the foreign key link to check and update its properties. The Object pane on the left lists everything on your canvas. You can also select an object here and right-click to perform various tasks. And remember, all changes made in the diagram are automatically synchronized back to the model selected in the drop-down menu. If you want to further customize an object, simply select it and change the properties on the right. For example, we can change the cardinality of the foreign key we just created. To enhance the diagram, you can place static items like labels, notes, images, shapes, and layers. Let's add a label and update its title. On the toolbar, there is an Auto Layout button. This feature allows you to arrange objects based on the entire diagram. Selected objects or objects within a layer. Let's click on the canvas and apply Auto Layout to the entire diagram. We can see that the objects are reorganized. For large diagrams, the Overview pane is incredibly helpful. It allows you to pan around and zoom in and out on selected areas. Finally, to share the diagram, you can click File, Print to print it, or click File, Export to save it in different file formats. That completes our walkthrough on how to build and customize diagrams. We hope you find this video useful, and thanks for watching.